Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Saturday evening to you all. Hope you guys have had a great weekend so far, a great day. I know I did. Had a little bit of a daddy-daughter day with my two little girls today. I went to Riverbank Zoo here locally in Columbia and went to CC's, got some ice cream, things like that. So definitely, I know I had a good day. I hope you guys did as well. The weather has been nice to do outdoor activities, especially the more north and northeast you go, as this upper trough has really brought phenomenal weather for a large portion of the eastern U.S. and downright chilly for certain areas. Certain areas in the northeast and even the mid-Atlantic hadn't even got out the 60s or 70s today. So a very nice air mass, especially if you like this kind of weather, which I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't. But anyways, in this evening's video, we're just going to talk about the tropics. Not going to be a very long video. And really, I'm going to do this as we get deeper into hurricane season. Even if there isn't really a topic or a storm or a hurricane to latch onto, I want to give you guys updates along the line, and try to figure out what's going to happen in the 7 to 10 day period. So we're in mid-June, mid to late June, starting to get into the latter part of June now. And, we're getting a little bit closer to July and a little bit deeper into hurricane season. So we start to look for new things to develop and things like that. So that's what this video is going to be about. I can't talk right now. And like I said, it won't be long, just some cut and dry information. And we're going to talk about what I'm seeing right now on some of the long range models and things like that. So if you guys have not subscribed, definitely consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. Hit me up on my social media links there if you want to reach out to me. It doesn't have to be about weather. If you got some things you want to talk about and just need someone to lend an ear to you, I'm here for you. If you guys got anything that I can pray about, please put in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too. So let's get rocking and rolling here so I don't have to keep you guys long on this nice Saturday evening. Tropical update, I will go on and mention the National Hurricane Center, which are the experts. As always, those are the guys you always want to check out before anybody on YouTube, on local news, or anybody. Here it is, 5-day outlook. There's nothing going on. There's nothing expected. And I tell you what, the models back it up. I'm not really seeing anything to really toot a horn about or anything like that. So quiet conditions expected over the next week. More than likely. We look at the satellite visibility as the sun's starting to set on the North Atlantic. The Caribbean's quiet, the Gulf of Mexico's quiet, and it's pretty quiet out here in the MDR, which you'll hear me say a lot. Anytime I say MDR in hurricane season, I'm talking about the main development region, which is this region right here. This starts to wake up once we get into late July and August, and that's when you can get these tropical systems that cross the entire North Atlantic and then threaten the lesser and greater Antilles and then eventually maybe the United States, things like that. So right now, we normally aren't overly concerned about this area, but you could have things like Elsa that happened last year, which kind of formed in late June, ended up impacting areas of Florida in early July, which was kind of uncommon. So it happens. You got a tropical wave coming off the coast of North Africa, but you got it wrapped in a lot of Saharan dust right here, which is just dry air, and this loves to just eat up tropical moisture. Therefore, this looks like a pretty healthy tropical wave right here, but it's going to get ate up here in the next probably 48 hours or so. Anything else, there's not a whole lot going on. Pretty quiet, a little wave right here, but it's not going to do much. So one thing we'll look at is the sea surface temperatures. These are always a big deal. Here, if you got other environmental factors that are working in a hurricane or tropical system's favor, I can tell you the Gulf of Mexico is starting to heat up now. The entire Gulf of Mexico, especially the northern Gulf of Mexico, is all the way now into the low to mid, even upper 80s now in Fahrenheit. This is in Celsius. So if you see, 27, 28 degrees Celsius, that's around the low 80s in Fahrenheit. And the MDR, the main development region, is starting to warm up also. So we start to watch that. But there's always a pretty strong cutoff right here in the northern sections of the tropical Atlantic of where there's definitely warmer water and much cooler water that isn't super supportive for tropical development. But, you see here the Gulf Stream off the coast of the southeast began to heat up, and just the entire Caribbean is pretty warm right now. You look at temperatures compared to average, much above average for the northern Gulf of Mexico, but around average for the Caribbean, the southern Gulf of Mexico, Bay of Campeche, And you have splotchy areas of below average sea surface temperatures for this time of the year and above average sea surface temperatures for this time of the year in the tropical Atlantic. So nothing too crazy out here that screams above average temperatures or below average temperatures. But I'll tell you what, the waters bordering basically the southeast and the Gulf states are certainly warmer than average. So that's definitely a trend we need to watch out for, which could produce rapid development when we get a little bit deeper into hurricane season and what is expected to be a very active hurricane season. So one thing we'll look at, and let's go on and switch this to the European because we don't want to look at the GFS because it has really lost my respect over the last few weeks. It is just doing horrible. It really is. It's not going to be a model I'm going to look at very much unless it's needed. But let's look at the Euro. It goes 10 days out, 240 hours out. Pretty quiet, right? Not a whole lot going on. We're getting into early this coming week. We're getting into midway next week. And the only thing that's been showing up the last two European models is this little piece of energy that shoots down. It looks like a cutoff low that might get kind of shutted down here into off the coast of the southeast. And then it gets some tropical characteristics with it, tries to develop into something off the coast of the Carolinas. What does that do? And not sure, but it's kind of spinning around out here. So we'll watch that. And then we have a tropical wave in this area right here showing up here, which has some support from the GEFS ensembles and the European ensembles, but it's also 10 days out, starting to enter the Caribbean. But it's something we watch. We certainly do need to watch it. Is it a threat? No, absolutely not. But it's just signs that this region is starting to heat up, and with a blocking high up here in the northern Atlantic, nothing is really going to turn out to sea as far as steering currents. So you look at the European with that, I'm not going to call it a threat, but this potential off the coast of the southeast, here it is. Here's this little vortice right here off the coast of the southeast, has some spin to it. You can see the wind barbs going like this around it. So for now, I'm sorry, like this. Got my directional mixed up around this. So you got some kind of circulation around this vortice off the coast of the southeast. But, this is not too far out. This is for late next week, around Thursday or Friday. So it's a trend we need to watch for some, I wouldn't necessarily call it homegrown activity, but watch out for maybe some kind of tropical energy off the coast of the southeast. Only model showing it is the Euro. You need more support from other models. And even though the Euro is a very reliable model, there's still no other model showing this. It doesn't even really show it threatening the southeast coast anyways. Just something we need to watch. So, as far as the GFS, it doesn't really show it at all. There's not anything shown by the GFS with this. It does kind of throw that same piece of energy off the Delmarva area into the North Atlantic off the coast of Virginia and North Carolina, but it doesn't really develop it into anything. So we just kind of watch this for now. But you can see this little vortice way out here entering the Caribbean. This is a tropical wave. So we watch this. We watch to see how consistent it is. Can this work into a mid-range time frame where we can start to say, hey, maybe this has a chance to develop into a depression? Possibly. But this is a big time a blocking high up here in the North Atlantic. So anything that does form, you don't want to see this as we get deeper into hurricane season, because this blocking high pressure will push all the directional movement into the Caribbean and then into the United States, therefore be a threatening scenario for a lot of people. We look at the ensembles, and all we're going to look at is the European ensembles, and there's some noise from this tropical wave. There's actually two pieces of noise right here, this one and then one behind it. But in general, it's so far out, it's hard to take serious. It really is. But there is a little bit of a signal from the ensembles, which basically is a great thing to look at in the long range, that something might be brewing down here in the main development region. And we'll just have to watch that, because the steering currents would push this probably into the big islands and areas like that, and basically the Caribbean islands is what I'm trying to say. So no threatening scenario. It's pretty quiet out there, but this is going to be the next hot topic. I feel like there's three big weather topics. It's winter weather, severe weather, and then tropical weather. So this is the next big one. After that, my favorite time of the year, fall and winter weather. But we probably got a big time hurricane season coming up, guys. So that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know this wasn't very much to this video, but I try to stay consistent with you guys. God bless all y'all. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll talk to y'all in the morning.